Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Funeral services for Barbara Edwards Mickles, 40, are today at 11 at Colonial Funeral Home. Reverend Randy Roberts officiating. Interment will be private. She was born in Forsyth County, was a 2000 graduate of South Stokes High School, where her activities included cheerleading, soccer, FFA, and marching band majorette. She continued her education at various schools and universities and was payroll manager for Freedom Mortgage in Nashville. Surviving, daughter Katie Mickles of East Bend, parents Wendell and Loretta Edwards of Walnut Cove, and sister Brandy Edwards of Stoneville. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the American Heart Association. Funeral services for Mary Jo Meyer Beefert, 75, are tomorrow at 11 at Ray Funeral Home. Reverend Tori Easler officiating, with burial at Stoneville City Cemetery. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to services. She was born in California and was a golfer and swimmer. Surviving, sons Joseph Beefert and Tiffany of San Antonio, Matthew Beefert and Michelle of Ruffin, and Joshua Beefert and Gabrielle of Stokesdale, and 3 grandchildren. 9 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. Arrangements for Robin Underwood Light, 64 of Eden, are incomplete. Funeral services for Johnny Jackson Callum, 89 of Stoneville, are today at 2, with burial and full military honors at Ridgeview Memorial Gardens. He was a U.S. Army veteran and worked in maintenance at Baxter Kelly and Stoneville Furniture for many years. Surviving are wife K.R. Callum, daughter Dixie Brown and husband Mark, 1 grandchild and 2 great-grandchildren. Sisters Eunice Price and Vera Smith. Funeral services for Dolores Muriel Bryant Caldwell, 78 of Murrells Inlet, formerly of Eden, are tomorrow at 2 at First Wesleyan Church, where she was a member. Burial at Overlook Cemetery, with visitation 1 hour prior to services. The family will receive friends other times at the Stump residence on Lane Road in Eden. She was born in Rockingham County, was a graduate of Moorhead High School, class of 1962. She retired from Mohawk Mills after many years. Surviving, husband James Sidney Caldwell Jr. of the home, son Tim Burrows and Melissa of Stoneville, 2 grandchildren, sisters Gloria Wilkins and Margaret Stump and Richard of Eden. The family thanks the staff of Hospice of Rockingham County for their care. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to Rockingham County Hospice, Gibson House, or to her church. Karen Teresa Lewis Snowdy, 63, of Chatham, died November 26th. Memorial services will be announced later. She worked as manager of Family Dollar in Greensboro. Surviving, husband Tim Snowdy of the home, daughter Ashley Lewis of Chatham, son Shane Lewis of Hickory, Brandon Lewis of Collinsville, 4 grandchildren, sisters Amy, Jamie, and Jennifer, father Ronnie Lewis, and stepmother Lou Lewis. Gary Coy Moore, 72 of Madison, died November 25th. There will be no funeral services. The family will receive visitation from family and friends at the home on Den River Road in Madison. He was born in Leakesville and retired from Miller Brewing Company and Dave's Construction. He was a member of Eden Moose Lodge. Surviving, his wife of 54 years, Gail Caton Moore of the home, sons Dennis Moore and Meredith of Madison, and Dale Moore and Jenny of Ridgeway. 2 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, and 2 step-great-grandchildren. Special friend Steve Sherwood. In lieu of flowers, Donations may be made to the funeral home to help with expenses. George Winston Hildreth, 80, died November 25th. The family will receive friends Friday from 4 till 6, with a service to celebrate his life at Cedar Hill United Methodist Church Saturday at 2. Burial at Red Hill Baptist Church Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to the American Cancer Society or Cedar Hill or Red Hill Church. He was born in Wadesboro. Surviving, former wife and longtime companion Joyce Randall Hildreth Spear. Sisters Mary Hildreth Brammer and Melvin of Charlotte, and Cynthia Hildreth Little of Wadesboro. Children Adrienne Lee Hildreth of Sanford, Steve Ross Hildreth and Selena of Fort Lauderdale, Mary Catherine Hildreth and Ivan Gutierrez of Los Angeles, and 3 grandchildren. He graduated from NC State with a degree in textile technology and began his career in 1970 with Karistan Rug Mill in research and development. He later worked with Shaw Industries in Dalton, Georgia, where he introduced the rug division. With retirement, he returned to Eden in 2010. Janice Marie Wall Robertson, 82, of Eden, died November 22nd. Funeral services are Friday at 2 at Spray United Methodist Church, where she was an active member. Burial at Overlook Cemetery. Visitation 1 hour prior to services. She was born in Spray, was a graduate of King's College, and worked for Fieldcrest as a paralegal for more than 25 years. After retiring, she worked as a secretary at Moorhead Hospital Foundation and volunteered at the hospital, the church, and local schools. Surviving, sons Paul Robertson and wife Kathy of Laurinburg, John Robertson and wife Michelle of Eden, 6 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, brother Sam Wall and wife Jackie of Eden, Don Wall and wife Lena of Statesville. She was preceded in death by husband Paul Wesley Robertson, Sr. Memorial services for Anna Dell Huggins Martin, 107, are Friday at 12 at Leakesville United Methodist Church, with burial in Lawson Cemetery. Visitation Thursday from 4 to 6. She was born in Hemingway, South Carolina, and moved to Leakesville with her parents and 2 sisters in 1924. She graduated with honors from Leakesville High School in 1932 and attended Woman's College and Salem College. When her father became manager of Jones Motor Company, she became his secretary and later worked for Doctors Castine and Tyner at Leakesville Hospital as a medical stenographer. She was at Home Savings Loan for 35 years and was secretary of the board. She retired in 1980. She was very active in the community, a member of Leakesville Junior Service League, Junior Women's Club, past president of Leakesville Spray History Club, an active member of Leakesville United Methodist Church, where she sang in the choir and played in the handbell choir until she was 99. She was preceded in death by her husband of 60 years, Charles Keene Martin. Surviving are daughters Elizabeth Ann Martin Ferguson and husband Lieutenant Colonel George A. Ferguson, Jr. of Reedsville, and Melanie Keene Martin Robertson and husband George D. Robertson, Jr. of Fountain Valley, California. 5 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Thanks to special caregivers. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Leakesville United Methodist Church music program. Betty Jean Rakes Finney, 84, of Eden, died November 26th. Memorial services are Saturday at 3, with visitation at 2. Surviving, daughters Deborah Lynn Finney and Lisa Finney Griffith, and son-in-law David Griffith, all of Eden. 2 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. She was preceded in death by husband Dillard Jackson Finney. She was employed for 14 years at the White House in Washington, D.C. during the Clinton and Bush presidencies. Retiring at age 70, she moved back to her hometown, was a member of the line dancing group, the Mamas and Papas, later known as the Rocking Carolinas. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to Hospice of Rockingham County or Rockingham County Animal Shelter. 2 announcements from Boone and Cook Funeral Home. Graveside services for Jerry L. Collins, 79, of Eden, are tomorrow at 3 at Overlook Cemetery. Following services, the family will receive friends at Living Waters Church in Ridgeway. He was born in Rockingham County, was a graduate of Madison Mayodan High School, and preceded in death by wife Lois Collins. Surviving, son Michael Collins and wife Angela, sisters Ann Davis and Judy James, and 2 grandchildren. He was a truck driver for over 30 years with Old Dominion Freight Line until retirement, and was a member of Living Waters Outreach Ministries, where he served in many roles: deacon, Sunday school teacher, song leader, maintenance mechanic, anywhere help was needed. Memorial contributions may be made to his church. Lucy Ann Craddock Comer, 80, formerly of Stoneville, died November 23rd. Services will be private. She was born in Rockingham County, was a retired nurse's aide, and a member of the Church of God of Prophecy for over 50 years. She was preceded in death by husband Charlie Comer. Survivors, daughter Della Hall and husband Darrell, and son Dwayne Comer and wife Lorena of Stoneville. Sisters Betty Penix and Ophelia Miller of Reedsville, 8 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to her church.